Hello and welcome to this very short tutorial on utilizing the Home123 mobile listing tag product. My name is Jeff Cook, I'm president of Home123, and in this short video we're going to focus on the broker level admin, and specifically today we're going to talk about utilizing marketing codes and how you can not only create marketing codes, which include QR codes, text codes, and phone automation, but once you're done with that code, how you can reassign that code and use it over and over again for different agents, which allows us to utilize permanent signage, and obviously a big deal in real estate. So the first thing we need to do is log in as a broker. Again, our website for our realtor product is home123realestate.com. And what we're going to do in this case, when you first go there, it'll take you to the agent login page. So along the top, there's a button called Broker Login, and we're going to click on that. And you'll know you're on the broker page because the sign up piece disappears. You'll just have the login here. So I'm going to go ahead and log in into one of my test accounts just so we can see what's going on. You have to put your company name in here, which we'll give to you, along with the password, and we'll log in there. Okay, and the first thing it'll do is it'll take you to your branding page. This is where you can upload your logo, which will appear here. We can change our colors, but also it allows you to change your email address where you want that stuff to go, color patterns, etc. But in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the brokerage marketing code section. We'll have other videos to describe the My Agent section, analytics, and how to import agents, etc. But for now, we're going to click on brokerage marketing codes, and this is where all of the marketing actually is managed for your brokerage. So any agent attached to your brokerage, all of their codes will be here, which you can manage in between them. And so you'll see I have quite a few codes already set, and they're actually linked to different people. And so in this case, what I want to do is first we'll show you how to create a code, and then secondly, how to move that when we're done with it, and the reasons you might want to do that. So if you want to create a marketing code, which again includes a QR code, a text response code, which means if I send this code to a specific phone number, I'll get a response. We'll go ahead and just hit Add QR Code. Okay, and then whatever I name this code will become that text response piece. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a test code. So let's just do test 53 just as something general. And then the next thing we need to do is decide what agent that we want to assign that code to. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down. I'm going to assign it to my demo account here for a second. And once I do that, it brings me all of the active listings that this agent has in the system. So in this case, I have 5 active listings. I can also link it to something called an agent page, which an agent page is a single website that has all of these properties. So you can link one code and not have to worry about which code's going to what property for that agent. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and link it to just 603 Crest. And then the last piece is the remarks section, which is just a notes field that you can remind yourself what you did with this. So let's pretend that this is on a sign writer for right now, and then I'm going to save that record. Okay, and that's going to take me back into the brokerage marketing code. So I'm going to go ahead and find that. So test 53, and I'll search for that, and here it is. Okay, so you see it's still linked to Home123. Here's the property. So let's say that this property is sells. So 603 Crest is off the market. And we want to, this is on a permanent sign of some sort, we want to move that sign to a new property. So we have a couple of different options on how we want to do that. First of all, if it's the same agent, we don't have to do anything here. We could just simply change just a drop-down box to the new active listing and hit save, just like the central lock system if you're familiar with that. Or alternatively, if we want to use this with a sign company, or if we want to use it kind of like a library checkout type system if you're using writers, the other option you have is you can go ahead and just link this to any of the other agents that are actually in your account. And so let's say that we want to go ahead and link this to Marianne. Okay, and then once I do that, the next field that will take place, this will update in a second, and we'll start to see. So Marianne has 2 properties that are listed right now, so we'll also link that to 1400 Aurora, and again it's on a sign writer. The next thing that'll change is that this MLS number will change, although these are the same properties in my demo account over and over. But I'm going to go ahead and save that again, and we'll pull it up. So test 5353. Search for that again. There it is. See, it's linked now to Marianne. So this QR code would now go to a website that's associated with this property. This text message will then go to our brokerage number and send it back to you. And it can be moved. Now, all those messages will go specific to the agent. The other thing you can do is simply type in the MLS number if you have it that way and hit save, and that'll link it directly to whoever the listing agent is. And so that's essentially the basics of utilizing codes at the brokerage level. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to call. But let's go out there and start making some money.